Welcome, loyal members of the court. As promised, we are going to talk about my 2024 cruise year in review. And because, well, you know, we're a slave to views, I might break this up into two videos. In fact, I think I will, because looking at my list, last year, 2024, I did 14 sailings on pretty much every cruise line and spent 80 days at sea, busy, with a lot of fun. No, I'm not cruised out, but just a reminder, this year we're going to tone it down a little bit. Going to focus on the theme parks. I hope you will join me, but we are here to talk about 2024, a fantastic year for many exciting reasons. So since I have 14, which is an even number, you know, I figure last one I did, alternating. This one, I think maybe we'll just, do a traditional countdown list starting at number 14. So today will be 14 to 8, and then the next one will be 7 to 1, and yeah, there you go. I think a lot of you will probably be able to predict, what I'm going to say. Although, you know what? I just thought of this right now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through and do 14 to 8 today, and then, right, all you loyal members of the court, this is your loyalty test. I want you to comment down below and let me know what you think my top 7 rankings will be. You'll have a couple days, so don't worry about that. But 2024 cruise year in review, starting at number 14. Now remember, none of these cruises were bad. As we all know, it is very difficult to have a bad cruise. Things might not go as we expect. That's usually how things get knocked down on the list. But pretty much for me, and I know it is for a lot of you, any day on a cruise ship is a good day. But having said that, we do have to be honest about certain things, which is why at number 14 for 2024 was my 7-day Western Caribbean. It was Western Caribbean. No, Eastern Caribbean. Doesn't really matter. Aboard Sun Princess. This was probably the quintessential disappointment. After my fantastic experience last year aboard Caribbean Princess, I was really looking forward to that princess experience again. The deal was actually not bad for her first North American sailing. I had Princess Premier, with everything that comes with that, and I was really looking forward to another fun princess cruise. Unfortunately, if y'all watch the videos, things were not so great. Yeah, number 14, because it was chaotic. A lot of the venues were oversubscribed. I had trouble just kind of, doing things, and then the app problems, and I don't know, it just felt like they really weren't in a vibe yet. And of course, the ship was, it has design issues. It does. I'm sorry, Princess. If you got that money back guarantee, yeah, you might want to start filling out that claim form, because it's just, I don't know, it wasn't the princess that I expected. I think they're just trying too many new things, trying to be too much to too many different people, and it's just, for me, it didn't work out, and for that reason, I really have no interest in sailing on Star Princess. Although, to repeat, I would love to try one of the Royal class. I've heard from some of you that they are that traditional princess experience, just upsized. So yeah, as soon as I can get a good deal on one of those, I will go and give one of them a spin. So yeah, number 14, 2024 Sun Princess. Well, number 13, which is not unlucky at all, and that would be my 5-day sailing, which you haven't seen yet. I'm not gonna wait, but last year in March, I did a 5-day Bahamas sailing aboard Carnival Elation out of Jacksonville. This was the first time I'd ever sailed from Jacksonville, and there were some surprises, which you'll see in the video, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. You're going to have to watch all of them, right? But I will say, she made it to, she's at number 13, not for any, bad reasons, but other than it was just a Carnival cruise. Like I said, there were a couple of really good surprises, but other than that, it was just a 5-day Carnival cruise, and that was pretty much it. But like I said, any day on a cruise ship is a good day, which takes us to number 12 for that year, last year actually, and that would be kind of a first-ish, my third, believe it or not, sailing aboard Margaritaville Paradise. So yes, Carnival, take note, Margaritaville Paradise beat out Carnival Elation, just saying. So this was Carnival Paradise. This was Margaritaville Paradise. No, I sailed on Carnival Elation. Margaritaville Paradise. This was her first 3-day sailing with a sea day. They did acknowledge it. They talked about it. Welcome to our first sea day and everything. and it was just fun. They were ready for it. They had all the programming and everything ready to go. The only thing that I was kind of expecting was maybe a shift in how they did the drink package, or they didn't have a drink package. It's still the buy 10 for a discount or something like that, but whatever. But this was one of the cruises where I decided not to get a package, and I just bought the beers. I bought the buckets of beers, and it actually kind of worked out pretty great for me. I didn't go overboard. I certainly go overboard, but yeah, that was pretty fine. And they did have a new menu for the third night of the sailing, and they do have she is doing a couple of 4 nights, so they did have new menus for that 4th night. Kind of special. I wish I had gone to one of those, but yeah, this was the first 3-day sailing with a sea day aboard Margaritaville Paradise, and they were ready for it. It was just a fun Margaritaville Paradise cruise, and maybe we'll go check her out after the upcoming refits in March. Who knows? That would make her, if I did. Actually, she's already my most sailed cruise ship, believe it or not. Huh. Hey, no shame in that. But yeah, so that's number 12 for 2024 Margaritaville Paradise. All right, so now is when we get to some of the maybe surprises, maybe not. Number 12 for 2024 would be my 4-day Bahamas sailing aboard the brand new Utopia of the Seas. I know, so far down, Utopia of the Seas. Okay, a couple reasons. I know I mentioned these in the vlogs. Utopia of the Seas for me is just another Oasis class ship. I know how that sounds, but yeah, she's just another Oasis class ship. There are differences, between her sisters. I've only sailed on Symphony of the Seas and Wonder of the Seas, but I did appreciate how they did optimize her for these short sailings. They really did. So in that way, I get it. She's not just another Oasis class ship, but I think a lot of the changes were in how the crew processes and everything like that. Like staterooms ready at 1 o'clock, which that half hour is like, that means a lot to a lot of people. They had the Royal Capakai Games and the Toga Party. So yeah, they actually planned it for, these kinds of sailings. Although, again, Royal Caribbean, it's a week. We're sailing during the week, so don't call it the world's biggest weekends. It just sounds weird, and the guests were making fun of you. Okay, I'm just so you know, okay, between us, right? But yeah, it was fun, and I enjoyed it. I didn't buy the drink package. I just used my platinum drinks, and I think I took a bottle of wine. And yeah, I did take a bottle of wine, and that was fine. So yeah, I had a good time, but it was, again, one of those cases where it's just another, Royal Caribbean cruise on an Oasis class ship, which is why Utopia of the Seas for 2024 is number 11. Okay, so number 10 is our first repeat of the year, our only repeat of the year, actually. And that would be my November 2nd sailing aboard Margaritaville Islander. I know. I talk up, Margaritaville Islander so much. How'd she end up at number 11? Well, because some pretty stiff competition from a lot of new ships. So, this was, oh, by the way, just to be clear, this was my 2nd sailing aboard Margaritaville Islander, not the inaugural. This is my 2nd sailing, the one I did in November. So, it was just another great Margaritaville sailing. I think I mentioned the ship was maybe at between 70 and 80% capacity, so she was nice and calm. But the food game was still, they were still on point with all of that. I went back to JB. I had a steak like I should have the first time. Everything was on point there. They did change the key lime pie recipe, and yeah, still Paradise still beats it, but oh well. I tried some of the new options in the deli. Those worked out very well, and I just had a nice, relaxing time. One of the things about this cruise was, this is the first time I went dry, completely dry. I did not have one adult beverage the entire trip, not even the free Margaritaville during the captain's toast. And this was completely intentional. And I did learn, probably make a specific video about this, that yeah, you know what? I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I really, really did. But, because I was like, kind of, ooh, how am I going to handle this? And because it was my return, yes, that's how Margaritaville Islander, great cruise, but she is number 10 for 2025. So, who is at number 9? Okay, that would be my 4-day or 5-day sailing aboard a ship that I think every Carnival cruiser should try, or her sister, Carnival Firenze. I think they did a really good job. I think they really did a good job carnivalizing that former Costa ship without really doing much on the inside. And I will tell you, in any normal cruiser's year, she would probably be much higher, but a lot of stiff competition, coming up. But I really enjoyed it. In fact, that's probably, other than Carnival Celebration, it's gonna be my second favorite Carnival cruise. And yeah, on a Costa ship, I know. But yeah, I think they They did a wonderful, fantastic job. It was very refreshing to have something different, to have the Carnival experience, but like a different experience. There are new venues, and they pull it off very well. I actually think that ship is better designed than the other Vista-class ships. I think she had a cover, which, you know, I mean, in California, it helps because it does get cold there. Maybe not so much in the Caribbean, but yeah. You know, they were on point. Embarkation. I don't know how I managed to score an early embarkation time. I'm not that high in VIFP. I'm only gold, but I think I got 11 or 11:30, so I went right in. But oh my god, the terminal, slow. That's probably why she's only at number 9. That was a terrible experience. And guys, there's no excuse for this. There really is no excuse for a slow terminal experience. But other than that, yes, if you are a frequent Carnival cruiser, I definitely suggest you go to LA and hitch a ride on Carnival Firenze, or New York and hitch a ride on Carnival Venezia, because they're Carnival experiences, but they have just enough newness to be like something special. Except I just realized what I did. Do not go to LA or New York. So if you had to choose, go to LA. Yeah. So Carnival Firenze, number 9 for 2024. I know. It's only February. Wait, it is February, right? Either way. All right, so last for this video, wow, we're already probably over 10 minutes. Last for this video, number 8 for 2024. Is this 2025? Number 8 for 2024, my second sailing ever on MSC Magnifica. This was a fantastic little cruise. Now we're getting into the everything's an awesome cruise, but for different reasons. MSC Magnifica, they turned around a lot of stuff. The food game on this cruise was way better than my first cruise back in 2023. Everything I had at the buffet was fantastic. Those breakfast bowls, they had quinoa and salmon and a few other things. Wonderful. I talked about this in the breakfast video. You know, something you don't really see, an actual novel breakfast concept. The MDR food was much better than it was last year, and that steak, that meat by Linz, let me tell you, I want to meet Linz because I want to put more of his meat. Anyway, it was really, really good, so if you have the opportunity, definitely order that. It was fantastic. Up there with another one you haven't seen yet, hint, hint. So, yeah. I also ran into some random cruise friends from another cruise, believe it or not. So, you know, it's always fun to pal around with somebody. And yeah, that's all that just made a great cruise. We made it. We made it to Ocean Key, but then a gale came through. Oh, that's right. And they canceled the beach party. That's one of the reasons I booked this itinerary versus I think SMC Seascape out of Port Canaveral, was because of the beach party at Ocean Key, but it was canceled. I'm not having good luck with Ocean Key. They canceled that one. I missed the beach party. They canceled Seascape, so I didn't get to go to the yacht club. You know, the yacht club area on Ocean Key. I know. I know it's our life is so tragic, isn't it? But yeah, so they really turned a lot around, and I had a fantastic time on my little 4-day sailing aboard MSC Magnifica. That was back in September, and oh, the price was a steal, like 200 and I don't know, like it was under 250, and the single supplement was like barely out of the single digits, I think. So it was one of those, like, you know, you can't. It's an offer you can't refuse. So, yes, a fantastic time aboard my second sailing aboard MSC Magnifica. So, that is number 7 for this video. So let's recap. Number 14, Sun Princess. Number 13, Carnival Elation. Number 12, Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. Number 11, Utopia of the Seas. Number 10, Margaritaville Islander, second cruise. Number 9, Carnival Firenze. And number 8, MSC Magnifica. So the last 7 we will talk about in the next video. And remember, your assignment after you go subscribe is to go down there, you know, go back, watch all the videos if you have to, and let me know what you think my 7-to-1 ranking will be for 2024. Yeah, couple of places might surprise you. Yeah, they definitely might. So if I see you on any of my upcoming cruises. If I see you on any of my upcoming cruises, some of you know what they are, or could probably deduce one of them's really, really obvious. I'll see you on board. I should have had a closing joke.